Hey guys, what's going on? It's Andrew from AR Media. In tonight's video, I'm going to review The Fifth Element in 4K UHD Blu-ray. I picked this up this week and gave it a watch last night. I'm going to give you my thoughts on the movie itself, the picture quality, and if it's worth the double dip. Let's get to it. So I gave The Fifth Element a watch last night, and I'm going to be honest, I haven't seen this movie in a very long time. So now for people that don't know much about this movie, this is a 1997 sci-fi movie, and I don't really want to go into too much detail because I'm sure most of you know about it. This is a cult classic. This is 20 years old at this point. This is a 20th anniversary edition. And this has been released in every format, from VHS to DVD to Laserdisc. I'm talking every format. This is a home theater enthusiast's dream, and you could really just tell that by the movie itself. Now, this is a sci-fi flick that doesn't take itself too seriously, and really all the people that don't like this movie, I feel like their problem is they're taking it too seriously. This movie makes fun of itself a lot. This movie is outrageous for the point of being outrageous. It's back in the day, in the 90s when sci-fi was first getting ridiculous and CGI was getting, ridiculous, and they went balls to the wall with this, and they didn't take themselves seriously, and I love it. I love Chris Tucker's character. He makes the movie for me. Bruce Willis is fantastic in this, and Mila clearly is just gorgeous in this, but I'll get more about that in the transfer. So now let's get to the transfer. This is a 4K digital intermediate, so this is a true 4K disc, and it definitely shows. Now for a 1997 movie, I was not expecting this to look very good. And I must say that I was blown out of the water. Now, there is something that separates it. So the CGI scenes from the regular scenes, so let's say a scene, where Bruce Willis wakes up for the first time in his room, the difference in detail is going to be extreme. Now, when anything that was shot on 35mm film is so crisp and so detailed, Bruce Willis's face is so detailed. I was blown away by the amount of detail. I would think that this movie was a current movie based on the 4K picture on the non-CGI scenes. Now on the CGI scenes, it shows a bit more that it's aging. There's a little bit of a halo effect around the CGI elements, but still the picture's fantastic. The detail is great, the clarity is great, it is razor sharp. There is a layer of grain clearly because it is on film, but it is the softest, one of the nicest layers of grain I've seen. And I am really anti-noise. I hate grain, and overall this did not bother me at all. It was consistent throughout the movie, completely resolved in my opinion, and was fantastic. Now let's get to the HDR aspect. Now, this is a pretty bright, colorful movie, as you can tell. So Lila's hair in this movie, the orange hair, pops off the screen. Her white outfit pops off the screen. And the one really demo-worthy scene for both audio and video, HDR-wise, 4K-wise, Atmos-wise, is the opera. And we all know this. I was blown away by this. I don't even have a proper Atmos sound system, and I was blown away by this. The blues, the nuances in the blues that I never picked up before on the HDR is fantastic. And for fans of this film, you know how epic that scene is, and the HDR and the 4K resolution just bring it up to another level when it comes to that. HDR also produces all the other colors very well, I must say. From the yellow taxi cab, you can see the wear and tear on it, but the yellow still pops off the screen. Now, one thing I didn't mention about the 4K is also the depth that it brings. One scene I want to point is when Lilo jumps from the cops and she's going to land in Bruce Willis's cab. You see layers as she falls. And another example is when Bruce Willis nosedives the cab to escape the cops. You literally, it's almost as if it's 3D. There's a lot of depth here, especially for a movie that was made in 97. Last thing I'm going to hit on is the black levels. Now, this is a movie that a lot of it takes place in space, so there is a lot of black scenes, a lot of darker scenes, and the black levels are nice and inky on this transfer. The space scenes, I was expecting them to be a little muddy. Nope, they were perfect, nice inky blacks. I was very happy with that, and the shadow detail was also very good. So in my opinion, if you're a fan of this movie, you probably already picked this up. You definitely pick this up, especially this awesome steelbook. If not, go pick this up, give this a watch. It is a really fun movie. Turn off your brain and just, it's just a great sci-fi flick. Anyway, guys, I hope you liked this video. Please don't forget to like if you did, and please subscribe down below for more content in the future. Have a good night, guys.